Hello and welcome. In this video today we are going to discuss about dispense bar. So what is a dispense bar? Dispense bar, also known as service bar or support bar. So it is a service bar. It is not a full-fledged bar like a cocktail bar. So dispense bar are less lavishly equipped than full-scale bar. So what is full-scale bar or cocktail bar? If we talk about the cocktail bar, first of all, we see here there will be a one big bar counter in the middle of the bar where a bartender will mix drinks. Usually there is a back bar with the display of the bottles like this, and there are bar stools where guests will sit down, will have interaction with the bartender. So this is the scenario in a full scale bar or cocktail bar if we talk about. But here the topic is dispense bar. Again, you can see this is also a cocktail bar. It has a big counter, a bar counter, bar stools where guests will sit down. There will be other tables and chairs also where guests will sit down and order. But usually, this is the scene of a cocktail bar where guests will interact with the bartender and bartender will mix drink for the guest in front of the guest. There will be money transaction happening. Guests are ordering to the bartender. So, but dispense bar here. See, look at this. This is a dispense bar in the back area. So basically, the job of a dispense bar is to provide drinks, not selling drinks. So different outlets like restaurants, if a restaurant has a bar menu, so they not essentially have to have a bar counter in the guest area. They may bring it from the back area. So this type of bar, which is providing drinks to usually all-day dining restaurants and sometime room service, sometime it is providing to multiple outlets where a bar counter is not required, but guests are coming for dinner, basically lunch or dinner. They are coming to dine. Okay, the purpose of the guest is to have food basically, and in bar the purpose of the guest is to have drinks and the food is the secondary thing. So when guest is going to a bar, they are going actually to for this environment. Basically bartender is mixing drinks and there is loud music and some happening place. But when guest is going to a restaurant, they don't want all these things. They want to have a peaceful environment where the food is being served professionally and the drinks are the secondary thing. So in this type of scenario, the drinks can be served from a back area, from out of the guest view. So the drinks can be, so there is no money transaction happening. There is no interaction with the guest is happening. The only the drinks which are required is being posted in the POS, point of sale system, and the QT is printing here. From here they are providing the drinks to a server or a runner who will pick up the drink and serve it on the guest tables. There is another example of dispense bar like used in banquets. In banquets also there is a small setup required to dispense the drinks. You know, when you are going to dispense the drink, you would require some basic things like you need ice, you need garnish, you need a place to make cocktails or mix drinks, you need a speed rail to keep the bottles here. So all these requirements are required. So this is kind of a portable dispense bar which is used in banquet functions. There is another example of dispense bar in the outdoor function. So it's a small setup which can be placed in the outdoor area. So as against the full-fledged cocktail bar, the dispense bar are a small setup, or it is a setup in the back area where guest is not there and no money transaction happening. So here we can see what are the points. Dispense bar provide drinks to be served in restaurants, banquets, or room service. Room service also, guest doesn't necessarily have to have a counter, so it is being dispensed from a dispense bar. It is a kind of ancillary section, supporting section. Ancillary means supporting, so ancillary department for smooth operation of F&B outlets. In some hotel, big dispense bar is set up which provide drinks for multiple outlets. The first photo which we have seen in the back area, there is a big setup of all the things are kept there, and they will provide all the drinks which is required in coffee shop, which is required in room service. So they are providing drinks for multiple outlets. The drinks required during service in these outlets can be collected by service staff against BOT, so bar order ticket. Dispense Bar doesn't sell drinks directly to the guests, so there is no money transaction of any sort. There are only from restaurants, from room service, the drinks orders are taken, and the BOT is printed basically in the dispense bar, and drinks are being provided. All drinks are picked up by service staff. So drinks service staff pick up karega, or in exchange of BOT, bar order ticket. In large establishment, a BOT printer is placed. So BOT printer will be placed in the dispense bar, against which they will provide the drinks. The bar equipment with all the facility required to make drinks, which are printed in the drinks menu. So they need to have all the equipment for like cocktail shakers and things like that to prepare the drinks. Spirits are sold. So how the things are sold here: 30 ml, 60 ml measures, or draft beers are sold by portions, whereas beer are sold by bottle or can, and wines are sold by glass. So one glass wine capacity is usually for table wine is 150 ml, and 750 ml for bottle. So it makes 5 glasses of 150 ml from one bottle of wine. Opening stock and closing stock is recorded every day to calculate daily transfers, because there are a lot of transfer happening for different outlets. People are posting things and taking on transfer, so they need to keep a track of all the consumption. Once the stock is calculated, a fresh requisition for the store is made. So they will again make a request for the store, and they will pick up all the items which they have sold. Now here we see the bar layout. What is the bar layout? Basically, it is very easy. This is the front bar, where the bartender is mixing drink and placing, and guest is sitting. That is called a front bar. There is a front bar rail where the glasses can be placed, and here it is called bar die. Bar die is the front area of the bar. So it can have LED finish or any different sort of decorative finish, which will give a very good look to the bar. There is a bar foot rail where guests can put their feet and relax while sitting on the cocktail stools. Underneath the front bar is the underbar. So all the area here which is used for preparation, keeping ice and all the bottles on the speed rail is called underbar. So the area here underneath this, the other side, will be underbar. And at the back is the back bar. We can keep the fridge, where we can keep all the things which we need cool or chilled. And here at the back bar on top, we can keep the glasses and display bottles. So basically this part is the back bar, where the glasses, display bottles are kept. So this is a back bar, this is important, and this is a front bar, and there is under bar. So these are the main areas or main parts of a bar. Then there is a stemware glass hanger, where the stemware can be hang upside down. So you must have seen some glasses are hanging in the bar upside down, so this is called glass hanger. So this is about the bar layout. So this was the dispense bar. We have discussed the use of dispense bar, what different sort of dispense bar may be there. There may be a dispense bar which is located in the back area, just providing the drinks. There may be a dispense bar which is used in banquets and room service, a small setup for the drinks. So basically, dispense bar has no interaction with the guest, has no money transaction happening. That is a dispense bar. As against the cocktail bar, the full-fledged bar is called cocktail bar, which has a big counter in the middle, and there is a bartender mixing drink in front of the guest. Interaction and money transaction is happening, all these things, loud music and everything. So that is called a cocktail bar. I hope you understood the basic concept of dispense bar and cocktail bar. Thank you so much.